a plan for today. The plan is working on Artfight. For anyone who doesn't know, Artfight is kind of like this big event thing that goes on starting in July. And it's basically a big art trade. There's 2 teams, and you can pick one of the teams, and you attack the other team by drawing their characters, and they attack your team by drawing your team's characters. So basically, it's just like a big art trade for a bunch of artists. It's very, very cool. Big fan of it. I've never done it before, but I have some of my friends that are also doing it for the first time this year. So I said, screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So today, we're gonna work on one of my character references. Today, we're gonna work on Faraday, my D&D character, my main D&D character. And also Yap, because I have, guys, I have so much to say, and you guys are gonna go crazy, because I went crazy last night. So I have stories for you guys. But we're gonna draw my guy, we're gonna talk, we're gonna vibe. It's gonna be a good little time. Yeah, we're gonna get D&D talks while D&D draws. Exactly, chat. Chat, only have Icarus's done. This is, I'll show you guys. This is Icarus's reference. I might add to it more, but this is all the bits. I have the wings, I have the scars, I have Tomas, my little color palette, my flags, and then my actual reference. So today we're gonna, I like this a lot, and I want to keep the same like relative style. So this is the start of Faraday's. I have his front. I was in the process of doing his back because I just flip it around, and we're gonna turn this into his back. We're gonna color him, and we're probably going to give him his axe, which he's gonna hold behind him today. That's my goal. But this is the baseline for what we're doing today. Jed, I have a little gift for you today. I have a little gift. And what is the gift? The thing that I told you I was going to do months ago. I'm such a procrastinator. It's the chart, chat. It's the Sherbert favorite things chart. It's updated. So I'm gonna do a little share with you guys. I'll show you the new chart because I did it, chat. I did it. I filled it out, and I think you're gonna be a little surprised that something made the cut. So ready, chat? So here's your updated list, and I'm gonna post it on Tumblr right now. But here's your list, chat. So we have added Azrakisses, we've added Ren, and we've added Ice Cream NATO 65, who made the cut onto this chart because it's unfortunately canon. So everything else is the same. For all the other not new Sherb versions, but this is the first page. We've got the musics. We've got the that's the third page, not the first page. This is the first page. There we go. Ice Cream NATO 65 deserves to be there. Debatable. I don't know why, but that felt really right to me. A pelican for I don't know. I really can't explain most of the choices for Ice Cream NATO, except for this one. It's funny because it's fool's gold. It's fool's bound. It's fool's gold. It's ha 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 ha. Clever streamer. Clever. Ooh. Yeah, we get some little bits here, and then you get quartz, which is funny because it's one of the few rocks in rounded. It took everything in me not to have Ren's favorite bird just a wren, because wrens are birds. But that's like adjacent, and that works for me. And then you have the MTG colors. Red, green, black is very Azrakis. Black, red for Ice Cream NATO. Blue, green for Ren. I think Ren's blue, green, personally. And then their favorite colors, which is funny because they deviate from the norm. Some of the people's favorite colors are just their universe colors. No, that's very canonically blue is Azur's favorite color. Very, very canonically. Shout out to Waratah. It felt right. And I can't explain that one. It just kind of felt right. Also, we have a sunflower loving Sherb. Not red, green, blue? Not the brand? Nah, it's not his vibe. We have a sunflower loving Sherb, which is kind of wild. And our first druid in D&D classes, which I think Ren definitely is. Druid or ranger, but I like druid. And then we've got the musics. Shout out to Ice Cream NATO getting piercings because I think they would end the deep dark. It was really just looking at this and being like, what's the most unhinged answer I can give? What's the most unhinged answer I can give? This is meant to be like the smell inside of an engine room. I didn't have a perfect word for it, so that's my vibe. So here's your list, chat. Shall we get into the art and drawing of today and kind of check in, chat? What have you guys been doing? I have been big reading nation. I'm almost done with the 4th book. I'm almost done with the 4th book of Gone because I'm back on my bullshit. Oh. But okay, chat, let's come on over and do a little looky here. Whenever Sherb says soon, expected in a year. Yeah, probably. I've been drawing too much and also Cookie and Q. I yearn to draw Cookie Run OC. Someone did fan art of like Sherbert Cookie, but like, not like Sherbert Cookie like in the game, like Sherbert Cookie like I'm Sherbert. Icarus Cookie. Actually, chat, not to derail, do you guys want to go on a detour? Do you guys want to go on a detour really quick? Do you guys want to go on a detour? Ready? Welcome back to Cookie Run Nation. I was in the middle of doing my all my dailies. OMG, it's Cookie Run. Wow, guys, I have to do my gifts for the day. Ooh. I'll update you guys on my all these suck. I'm not doing those. Yes. Oh, well. I think I leave it there until I get milk. Not that I need to, like, talk through my strategy of cookie and running, but the speed that you loaded up the game is concerning. Yeah, it is. So here's my updated guys. Look at all of them. These are like 2 stars, 2 stars. I have both of their costumes. I have both of their fancy costumes, and I have, like, all of Hollyberry's costumes to choose from. I have every cookie now, chat. I have every cookie. But I'm still living my fire team lifestyle. This is my team. I love you, fire team, never change. This is my girl. She's perfect in every way. Yeah, chat. I'm no longer in the meta, but you know, I love them too much. Yeah, chat. That's my Cookie Run update for you. Thought I'd share. Thought I'd share because I know you all care. Let me do my things because I do this manually for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Truly couldn't tell you why I put in all of my things manually and not the auto button at the bottom. But I'm quite rich right now. I'm quite rich. What's your My Cookie looking like? Hold on, I'll show you. That's fine. I gotta get all my things refreshed, chat. I gotta get all my things refreshed. They're giving me so many good wishes. No, that's fine. I have so much of everything. No, there we go. Okay. My Cookie? That's my Cookie. Sherbert Cookie! I have more, like, stuff. I'm in the top 2.9%, chat. I'm in the top 2.9%. They're so on brand. Yeah, they are. They are on brand. Yeah, chat. I'm very good at the game. I haven't actually claimed all my stuff today yet. Anyways, this is not what we're here to do today. This is not what we're here to do today. I just knew that I could load it up and that I thought it would be funny. Yeah, chat, there you go. Okay, I'll stop. No, I have to stop. I will sit here and I will keep going. Okay. Unimportant. We should do a cookie stream for the sillies. I've done one before. I wouldn't be against doing it again. It's so stupid, chat. It's so stupid. Okay, so gamers, let's take a little look here. So this is my little guy. So the way that I've been doing my references is drawing a guy that I really like, and then flipping him around, and then filling everything in like it's the back. So now that I have the hair done on him, I can go to the fake one and get rid of all the things that aren't showing. So you only see what would be the back of his head. So we're gonna start by doing that today, chat. We're gonna start by doing that today. I have been having such a fun time. This is my guy. If you don't know this character, this is my main D&D character, who is in the campaign that Centros runs, and who I love oh so very, very much. And he's a Furbolg blood hunter, among other things. But chat, I have an earth-shattering story for you, and that is not a exaggeration, okay? David, this last session last night, pulled something off that I didn't think was possible to pull off in D&D. He did something that absolutely changed my, like, ideas of how far a DM can go, and I have been yelling at him because it's so freaking cool. Centros as a DM is terrifying. Yeah, he's your DM. Oh, you solved the door puzzle? No, chat. He pulled off a time loop. He pulled off a time loop, chat, and I need to explain to you how. Okay. So you're gonna need a lot of exposition for this, but I need you to understand how. Yeah. I don't know if he predicted what we were gonna do, or if we played into his hand, or I don't know how he did it, but I was in shock. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, yes. Okay. So chat, I've been telling the story of my D&D campaign that Centros runs here on Twitch for like a year and a half, maybe longer, probably like a year and a half-ish. I've been telling this story of my D&D campaign. And hold on, chat, I'm debating what changes in other things. I think just the middle line of his arm goes away. I've been telling the story, and you can do !D&D, and it'll link you to the playlist of VODs where I've talked about this. It's like a lot of me yapping over the course of a very long time. But if you ever wanted to see more context or go back and find a specific session, there's a playlist for you. And last where we left off, we're actually really close, as David has said, to the end of the campaign. We are really, really close to like finishing the overarching story. Which I do need to talk about a little bit today, because this is important to it. In the world where David has set our campaign, there are two types of magic in the world. There is the weave, which is magic as like you guys would all think of it when you're using spell slots and you're pulling magic that's everywhere in the world and you're using it to cast a spell using your own like focus, right? That's the weave. That's normal magic. That's normal D&D. And that's the world we live in today. Hello, Nova Star. But in the far back past of this world was this magic called Ruinous, which is basically like magic communism. That is genuinely the best way I can explain it. It is like unfathomable magic power to every single person. Everyone in the entire world can use magic to the highest ability. If you say, I want to make a black hole, you are making a black hole. And that's how the world used to be. But obviously, there were some problems with that. So, throughout the course of the campaign, we've discovered this old system of magic that doesn't really exist anymore. And then it all came from this big god guy named Eon, okay? And he made Ruinous, and he was like, I want to give everybody magic, and then it kind of backfired. Because, you know, when you give everyone the power to make black holes, it doesn't go amazing for the world. So he had a bunch of kids who are now our gods that basically like overthrew him, and now the world as we know it, we have these like 8 or so gods that are in charge, and people do not know about Eon. We know about him because we've been looking into the past. Mainly through this guy, this like creepy bone jester. He calls himself the Jester, the god of nothing. Very cool, creepy guy. And the only remnants of this like time-long past and this old type of magic is these old cities, these ancient ruinous cities underground. And at the start of the campaign, we went to one of them. We went to Aurora Nova, and it's this big like magic, like weird magic city with like mana zombies, and if they attack you, they like suck up your magic, and like regular magic doesn't work down there. And you have to use Ruinous, but using Ruinous has like a backfire. Like when you use it, it causes these runes to appear all over you. And if you get enough of them, it's like debilitating and will kill you if you use Ruinous enough times. We've also figured out, this is all important for the record, okay? We also figured out that every time in our current day and age that someone uses Ruinous magic, it has a chance of releasing Aeon from his prison. We don't want that. We don't want that. Because if Aeon gets out, he will overthrow everything and restart the world. Like literally just like kill everything and start over because he doesn't like how it's gone. So we do not want to let his out. We do not want to let him out. So we do not use Ruinous. We very rarely do it unless we have to. Because we do not want to let that guy out. Cool? Cool. So now we're in the second ancient city. It's like been since the start of the campaign, we're finally in the second of the 3 ancient cities. And the third ancient city isn't really accessible to us per se. Hold on, chat, I gotta make this line straight. Because it's kind of where like Aeon's trapped and we don't really want to go there right now. But where we are in the campaign now, we are in the second ancient city. Because one of our characters, our cleric, our warforged cleric, their like creator, who like made them because they're a warforged, they're a robot, is theoretically in the city, and we're trying to find him. And also, we are trying to cure my character's son. This is my character's son, Essek. I love him so very much. Hold on, chat. Hold on. This is probably the best art I have of him. This is my son. I love him so much. He's perfect in every way. His name is Essek, and he has gone through the horrors. Did I do it on? Yeah, you can see it. And he, at some point, got kidnapped by this evil guy, we do not like him, who experimented on him and made basically Essek cast a bunch of ruinous spells. And slowly, he's had the runes. These are the runes that now cover like 80% of his body. And we have my boy back. He's back in his body. He got his soul back after like the 3rd time. That was a whole other thing. But now the problem is these runes that are covering his entire body. And if we don't do something about it, he's going to die. So that's another reason we went to this city, was to find the like mushroom that you can use to make the runes recede. So that's our second plan. And the third plan is that our big bad evil guy is also in the city right now trying to let out Aeon, and we want to stop them. Those are the fingers. We don't like them. They're evil, evil guys. So we have 3 main goals while we're in this city. And we basically find this like giant town where there's like all these like Titan-sized people, and we're like, screw that, we're gonna keep going. and we ended up at a guild hall, and some of us went into our little house that we have, our little bag, and we're like, we're gonna sleep. we're gonna do a sleep, and we're gonna leave the other like 3 members of the party on the outside, and surely they won't do anything stupid. So we leave them out outside the bag, and we leave them outside of the bag. They did something stupid. They typically do. They find like this old guild hall, okay, in the ruined city. And they're like, let's go loot that thing. And all of us are like, that is not what we're here to do. We're not here to loot. We have 3 more, much more pressing goals. And they're like, we're gonna loot this thing and find all of its items. So they go in and start messing with this. And the entire time that they're in there, they find out something odd. That all of the zombies, the spirits, these like mana zombies in the area, are doing the same thing over and over again. Like, our paladin sees on the street a zombie walk for 60 seconds, and at the end of the 60 seconds, disappear and reappear where he started. And then for the next 60 seconds, disappear, reappear, reliving the same minute over and over again. And we're like, that's odd. They have no interest in us. They're all just going the exact same thing, and when they hit the end of the 60 seconds, they go back to the start, and they keep going, and they keep going, and they keep going. They're game NPCs. Yeah, it's like a minute-long time loop. So our paladin, while they're looting all this, we're all trying to sleep in the bag, and they're like getting items, and they throw like 3 massive armor sets, just like chuck them into our bag, and they make like the loudest clang you've ever seen, and everyone trying to sleep in the bag is like, oh my god, we are trying to sleep, and they're like, 2 more coming, clang, 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 clang. That's really not important. It's just really stupid. And all these like armor stands they're trying to shove down the bag just keep like waking all of us up. That's really unimportant. But they're looting it still. But our paladin comes in, shakes me awake, and is like, we're stuck in a loop. And I'm like, I just woke up. And he's like, there's things out there. And he explains to me what's going on. And I go, okay, we need to find out if we can like get in their way, if they change this, or like how far this goes in the city. I'm going back to sleep now though. So they finish looting the area. And go to sleep on the outside. Everything's like relatively safe. There's no like bad guys in the area. It's only these weird spirits that are seemingly chill. So everyone's okay with that, really. Everyone is honestly okay with that. And we're doing that. And eventually we all wake up. We go outside the bag where we peek our head out. And we're like, hey, is it safe? And they're like, yeah, guys, it's safe. So they've all been looting the rooms. They found a bunch of like weird stuff. There's nothing really of note that we find there. But eventually we get to a door at the end of this guild hall. That's been there, but there's a new sound on the other side of it. It's not the same sound. It's like, because when you imagine you're hearing the same 60 seconds over and over again, you're hearing like footstep, 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 footstep. And if suddenly it goes footstep, 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 you realize. So something is being weird. And we're like, okay, that whatever's over there is not stuck in the loop. So we all like wake up. I get my tea for the morning. You know, that's what I do every time. I'm like, hey, my son, are you okay? And he's like, you know, I'm standing. And I'm like, that's great, King. You're doing so good. And we go over to this door. And we're standing there, and we look at the door for a long time. You know, everyone's favorite D&D puzzle is what do you do when a door is right there? So it's really the true test of your party. What will you do when there is a regular door? And we sit there, we think about it, we contemplate what's on the other side, and then we kick the door in. It wasn't like we just walk up and then we kick the door in. It was like we sat there, we thought, we choosing to kick the door in. So we kick the door in. The door is the greatest enemy, yeah. And the dude on the other side is a spirit. So the door just right through him. And he is not at all bothered. And it's this ghost-like guy holding an orb. Okay? And we're all looking at it. And I'm looking at our rogue. And I'm looking at our party. And I'm like, what do we wanna? And then our rogue touches the orb. I'm like, what do we wanna? Touches it. I was like, okay, yeah, fair enough. You know, that's normal. It's like a weird glowy orb. Now, the next section of the plot is irrelevant because David just made us play charades. He was like, you touch the orb and you get sent to like a puzzle where you all get an image of a monster in your mind and something to see the truth. You must get the others to see you. So he made us play charades where we all had a monster in D&D and then we all had to guess, and once we got everyone's right, we got out of the weird room. That's not important. That's unimportant to what's about to happen, okay? But yeah, you should know. You should know this too. So he makes us play charades. And once we're out of it, no, I need better music than that. Let's do this for creepy. Once we're out of it, we're expecting to learn something, you know, find something out about like where we are or what the hell the time loop's about. But now, standing in front of us is a real human living guy. The entire guild hall that we're in is now lit up. And there's people walking about. There's people doing the same 60 seconds. Step, step, step. Going about the exact path that they all started in the minute. And there is a real guy standing in front of us going, how did you get in here? And we go, charades? No. And we realize that we are in the past when this guild hall was a thing. This is a long time ago. Long time ago. This city has been gone. This is not a thing. It's buried underground by like miles because the new gods didn't want people to find the city, so they covered them up and abandoned them. And this is lit up, and there's people in the hall. So we just literally tell the guy, hey, we're from the future. We got here. I don't know what we're doing here. Do you know anything about a time loop? And the guy's like, I can take you to my guild master. And we're like, yeah, Matt, maybe that. maybe that one. Sorry to spring this on you. And he's like, if you're from the future, I guess. And we're like, yeah, man. What's this place like? We just straight up tell the guy. He takes us. Now, chat, this is where things get kind of crazy. He takes us to the guild hall, the guild master. And the guild master is someone we know. Remember how I mentioned that our big bad evil guys are one of our big bads is also in the city when we are the Fingers. They're basically these 5 people, one for each finger, that are like the secret dark service of one of the countries in our world. Okay? And the pointer finger, his name is Mavis. He's the one that killed my character that I had to get brought back to life. He's also the one that kidnapped my son. The thumb is a whole other guy. He brutally pummeled a bunch of our NPCs and murdered them. We've had a lot of not great experiences with these guys. And standing in the guild hall, in the guild master's desk, is one of the Fingers. And that was where we ended the previous session. So now we're going to get into what happened last night. the thumb, like from Spy Kids. This thumb is awful. I hate this guy. I'm just gonna say that right now. This guy has done many wrongs to me and our party, and I hate him so much. Okay, chat, does that look reasonable? I'm gonna start erasing some of the old lines, all of these, because we don't need them anymore. So there's a finger, and keep in mind, our rogue, his whole backstory is that he used to work for the Fingers. So they know this guy, and then he left because he thought that what they were doing was awful and terrible. And that's our rogue's backstory, is that he used to work for these guys. And, you know, that's great. You know what I mean? That's great. So the Finger immediately recognizes us and is like, all right, I'm not here to start shit. And we're like, what are you doing here? Because it's only one of you, and we could wreck you right now. And she's like, I am gonna be honest with you. I'm stuck in the past. And tells us this whole story about how when she was with her group, they found like this black sphere, like the orb of annihilation, and she touched it and was closest to it and got sucked into the past and appeared in this room. Keep in mind, the sphere that this lady touched, nowhere near where we are now. Like, her description of where she was when she went back in time was nowhere near this room. But this is where she got sent. And we're not trusting her for a damn second. And she's like, I'm stuck here. You're stuck here. Right now our goals are aligned. I say we try and work together. And once we get back to our timeline, we can go our separate ways. And you can do whatever you need to do, and we'll do whatever we need to do. Fine. So we agree. And we sit there, and we say, hey, all right, what do you know? And it's surprisingly chill. We don't actually fight this lady, which is the biggest win, because I really didn't want to particularly fight her. Every time that I've fought a Finger, it hasn't gone well for me. It's actually gone awful. One time, one of the times we fought, Essek got kidnapped. One of the times we fought, I died. Another time we fought, Essek got kidnapped again. It's really not a good track record with these guys. And I'm okay not fighting. If that's what we want to do, I think I'm okay with that. Chat, does that look like a good back of my man? Does that look like a good back? I kind of want to move this this guy to like there and do like that. Yeah, that's a little better. He's got a little cloak. Do you guys see what I'm doing now? I don't know if it was easy to explain what I was doing, but I hope this makes sense now. Yeah, the hands I gotta flip still. I gotta flip this arm and turn the bracer like that. That's what we're gonna do next. Okay. So we agree to work with this lady, and she starts telling us this is her 25th day. At the end of an 8-hour period, she gets sent back to where she started. The whole thing starts over. And then 8 hours later, or if she dies, she pops back up at the top. So we're in like a Groundhog Day situation. And we're like, oh, well, we found a time loop on the outside, but it was only a minute. It was a minute that just passed. And she's like, a minute? My time loop's 8 hours. Why are we going 8 hours? So we're trying to figure stuff out. And while we're sitting here, she's like, hey, what can you guys do? Like, what are your capabilities in case we have to fight something? And at first we're like, we don't want to tell you shit. But then we're like, no, okay, this makes sense. She's like, I do light magic. I can like refract myself and teleport. And we're like, very cool. So we start telling her what we can do and like checking to make sure that we have our powers. This is where things get weird. Okay? So bear with me here. You're about to hear some crazy shit. Alright? Alright. So, first off, our paladin and our cleric are like, hey, You there? No response. Because the gods that they worship are the ones that overthrow Aeon. And where we are right now, they don't exist. So our paladin and our cleric, no magic. And they go, ooh. And then we go, well, we still have the weave, right? Like our magic, like, can we feel it? The weave gets created when Aeon's overthrown. So the only magic in this time is ruinous. There is no traditional magic. It doesn't exist yet. It's just ruinous. And we all go, oh. Right? So we're like, okay, we could do ruinous. And David's like, yeah, but you get the sense that if you use ruinous, it's much more powerful now than it is in the future when it's kind of been like dimmed down. So if you say, I want to do this, it's gonna hear your intent and do that like 10 times over. Like if you're like, I want a meteor to hit that building, it'll like kosh a planet into this one, is the type of magic we're dealing with here. So we go, oh no. And to be clear, we've used ruinous before. It's just we kind of figured out that it was helping Aeon and we didn't want to do it. But it's kind of something we've stayed away from because it messes with your body. At this point, I go, maybe I should check on my son. My son is having a terrible time. All of the runes on his body, the awful mana sickness runes from casting ruinous in our time, are like sizzling and burning him. And like in more pain. And he's also having like a panic attack because when he finds out that he can't cast magic and the only magic he has access to is ruinous. Ruinous is the thing that he was forced to do when he was kidnapped. So he doesn't like it very much because he was forced to do that. So he's having a panic attack while the runes are like burning him from the inside. And I'm like, oh no, that's not good. Couple more things to say. Mambu's character. Mambu's character is one of the like really, really powerful demons in hell. She's one of the aspects in our time. There are 7 aspects in our current timeline, one for each of the deadly sins. Mambu's character is the aspect of envy. And she's had a whole ride going on and has remembered her whole past of being alive for a really long time. And right now, she's alive. She's like 10, but she was around. So there's another divine out there. And at this point in time, Divine was being taken care of by a guy named Honest, who is a name I've said before because this is David's little OC. This is David's favorite guy, who he has put into like every campaign that he's been in. It's from like our original D&D session that Haley, David, and I and Mambu did, the Disfits, way back when. Way back when. That's from our original campaign. And it's David's favorite little guy. So in this world, he is the guy that kills Asmodeus, big demon in hell, and splits him into the 7 aspects. One of which is Mambu. So Honest is basically Mambu's dad. Okay? And at this point in time, he's around because he like just killed Asmodeus and has them all the aspects as little baby kids that he's raising. Mambu realizes that that's the timeline that we're in and goes, I have an idea. I can call him. Because he said that if I ever needed something, all I had to do was ask for him and he would come. In our current timeline, Honest isn't exactly honest. He's this weird jester character who is like Aeon's little buddy. And he's interacted with the party many a times. He's the risen jester, god of nothing. That's what we know him as. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Chat, I gotta lock in here really quick. Hold on. Did I do it? They gotta curve more. They gotta curve more. Shorten the fingers to knuckles. Yeah. This one is to its real finger. Yeah, I just gotta shorten them. Sorry, gamers. Had to lock in. Okay, that'll do for now. I can live with that. I can live with that. I need to go like there. Yeah, chat? That's what you mean? Yeah. And then like the edges can curve slightly more. It's weird. It's a weird thing, but I know that looks right. And that finger's fully pointed. All right, that'll do. That'll do. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah. So Honest in our timeline is this like weird jester guy who plays a cello made of bones, and the strings are like vocal cords, and when he plays it, it's like screaming. He's a very odd man now. Doesn't really fully know, like, remember who he was or can tell anybody about it because he doesn't really exist. And he's had a bunch of weird interactions with our party. And we figured out in our timeline that was Honest, and that something happened when Eon got locked up that turned him into that. But we don't really know how that happened. One more thing that I realized, which is really messing with me, because I'm like, hey David, there's no weave, like there's no regular magic, but there's ruinous. And we've said before that my magic, because my character does blood magic. He's a blood mage. He was a blood hunter, and then he found out how to do blood mage. He can, like, warp blood and, like, consume it and siphon it out of people and feel heartbeats and that kind of thing, right? That's what he does. That's not using the weave. So I go, David, hey, can I still cast magic? And he goes, yeah, you can. Yours doesn't need the weave to work. But you also know that blood magic didn't exist back this long ago. Like your books, your records, the books you've been looking for this whole campaign, they've talked about this guy, the quote-unquote father of blood magic, who had this knife and this sword and your big axe and this special book and all these other things. And that was the whole plot with your dad, that he was trying to bring back the father of blood magic and basically tap into his power. And David goes, right now, you're the first person to use blood magic. And I'm freaking out about it. I have not stopped freaking out about it. That's insane. I know. Because David's been so sus about it before, and like the fact that when I get close to the weapons, they like glow, and I thought that was because they were near each other, but it might just be because they were near me, and I'm that guy because he doesn't have a name, and his name that he's been called, my father also called me at one point. I'm freaking, okay? I'm freaking. And chat, that's not the crazy thing that happens. It gets cooler. Buckle in. Buckle in. Yeah, if your dad summoned the Father of Blood Magic, it would have just been me. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, or if David's just messing with me, but I'm messed up about it, okay? What do you mean that's not the craziest thing? Oh, it gets so much better. It goes crazy. Okay, chat, okay. So, I have this revelation. I'm freaking out. Mambo's over there like, I'm gonna call Honest. And this is a crazy idea, by the way. Like, this is like the last thing I would have thought that we were gonna do. Like, but like, yeah, this is a real resource that we have as our characters. Like, yeah, we are gonna probably call this man up, I guess. Chat, hold on. I'm debating. Do we want this this on the back, or do we want like a shorter one? Because this is the long one in the front. Do I want a long one on the back? I mean, probably, right? So that it's like symmetrical, but what do you imagine? Because I think in my like original reference for him, it's on both sides. Yeah, it's on both sides. Okay. I think we do both. Okay, chat, so that's most of the flipperoos, I think. I just gotta fix up the arm a little bit. Okay, so, chat. Continuing on. He's got pants. Yeah, he's wearing pants. Okay, chat. So Mambo calls Honest. And immediately, this guy shows up. Like, apparates into the room. Immediately, like, absolutely pummels Mambo's character. In like a playful way, like that's just what he does. This man was originally a monk, so he just kind of punches things on occasion. And he just like punches Mambo, and Mambo's like, what the hell? And on his back is baby Mambo. Like on his shoulders is baby Mambo. At like 10 years old. And all of us are like, oh my god, don't let them touch. Oh my god, don't let them touch. And he like looks and looks and looks and looks and looks and goes, how the and then he proceeds to do another crazy stupid thing for no real reason. One of the things, our paladin has this very fancy lightning axe that has this spirit of this lady named Raquel inside it. It's just one of, like, you know, sentient weapons when they have like people inside them. And we know this out of character that the lady trapped inside of our paladin's weapon is one of Odyssey's friends. So he shows up, looks at Mambo, looks at this guy's weapon, walks over to our paladin's artifact grade weapon, and snaps it in half. And out comes Raquel. Yeah, this is Raquel, guy who Centros named character Centros's mother after. Raquel pops out. Yeah, that happens. And David has only ever described Raquel as the hottest woman you could ever imagine, so that's what you should imagine, okay? And also keep in mind, Honest is just like shirtless. Because he's a monk and he's never worn a shirt in any depiction of this character. He's never done that. And our paladin is like, and like she starts freaking out and is like, yay, I'm gonna go mess everything up. And Honest is like, no, calm down. I need to figure out what's happening here. And she's like, but I want to cause mischief. And Honest is like, no, I brought you out of that thing so you can babysit the 10-year-old. And she's like, I guess. So we all start having like a real conversation, and she just goes off and watches Baby Divine, which is really cute. Love Raquel. Big win. She's very cool. She's got a really cool design. She can like, while we're sitting there, she turns into like lightning and tries to like run away, and Honest just like catches the lightning that she turns into and is like, you're staying here. Sick ass stuff going on, you know? Okay. So we're all standing in the hallway at this point, because we're standing by where we apparated, and we're like, hey, maybe we should go into the office where, you know, we found the finger. By the way, the finger is like baffled. It's like absolutely baffled at this interaction, because she's just like sitting there and watches like Honest show up and is like, and I'm watching her because I don't want her to try anything. So we all go into the office of the Guildmaster, and Honest is like, what the hell did you guys do? You're not here. You're not from this time. And we're like, yeah, we're from the future. There was like a time loop. And he was like, a time loop? And he's being very reasonable. And he's like, why are you even here? Like, why are you in the city? Like, I know why you're here, and points at the finger. And is like, I understand why you're here, but how are you guys here? Because she's got the vibe that she touched a special black orb and got sent back in time, like a time rift. But you guys, what are you doing here? Why are you even in the city? And we're like, oh, well, you know, 3 reasons. Number 1, looking for our Warforged's dad. Number 2, trying to heal my son. And Honest looks at Essek and is like, mana sickness. And we're like, yeah. He like nods. And then I'm like, and also to stop her and like her group. And Honest looks at me, looks at the lady, and just starts punching her. just starts punching her, okay? Just starts like obliterating the figure, and we're like, no, she's helping. And he's like, oh. And then just like heals her. And she's just like discombobulated. Which is so goofy for no reason. Okay, and then I need to, hold on. I need to, hello? Is this a towel? What's on my head? Is this a towel?
No. Jacket.
It's just your pants?
No, it's a jacket.
Oh, it's your jacket.
Yeah, I took my pants. I'm actually walking out.
I thought you just threw your pants onto me.
Walking around with. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm telling them stuff.
How far have we gotten?
I'm talking about right now. I just got to when Honest bashes the finger's head into the desk for no reason. We go, no. She's helping. She's helping.
You wanted her to die. So
I'm like, well, not right now. We're helping. And he's like, oh, and just fixes her, and just like, so that's what you're here for. And we're like, yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get out, and also why the hell there's a time loop. And he's like, well, there's definitely like a time rift that you guys can go to where the finger came in. Like what she touched, you guys can probably go if you can make it there and be there at the same time you guys came in. Maybe at the start of a new thing or by the end of like today in like 2 hours. And we're like, okay, that makes sense. That's very cool, man. I also told them about Raquel and going to go babysit Baby Divine. All right, chat. Are you ready for the craziest shit you're ever gonna hear?
You don't understand.
Are you ready for the craziest shit you're ever gonna hear? This is it. My stream ended. Hold on. It's freaking. Okay, okay. Let me send this. Okay, hold on. Hi guys. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps just like freaking out sometimes. We back. We're good. We're good. Was that just like 10 seconds?
Die?
Was that just like, yeah, my stream died.
Why the fuck is it dying? We just
because it knew I was about to say the craziest shit. It knew that I'm about to drop the craziest shit you ever heard. Oh, from where the jacket landed on your head? That was when it crashed? I didn't hear anything you said. Oh. Well, there's a man here. He now knows that I'm about to say the craziest shit. So yeah, she just heals him and is like, sorry, and we're like, no, she probably deserves that. She probably deserved that. And he's like, okay, well, I don't fully know why you guys are here, but if you guys want to get out, you guys can totally go to this time rift. The same one that the finger that she came in through. You can go over there and theoretically go back to your time if you can be there in the moment of the time rift, like the 60 seconds that's going. If you guys are there, you guys can hop back through and theoretically go back to your time. And we're like, wow, that's great. That's such an easy answer. I'm a big fan of that. And he's like, yeah. And we're like being really vague when we're talking to him about things because he's like, oh, why aren't I there helping you now? And we're like, I don't think we should tell you like what happens to like you, even though we don't really know, but like we probably shouldn't tell you what goes on. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. I don't want things to go, wrong. No, okay, chat. Are you ready for this? Shut my door if you're gonna stay. It's throwing me off. All right, chat. And I'm like, great. That's our way to get back. And then I look at him and I'm like, can you fix him? And I point at Essek. Can you cure the sickness? Because you're clearly very good at what you're doing. And he's like, yeah, I can take it. And I'm like, this'll stay, like it's not just gonna like backfire when we get back to the present and like they're all gonna like show back up and it's gonna be like worse or something like that. And he's like, no, it'll go away. And I look at Essek and I'm like, this is your call. There might be problems that comes from this, but this is your decision. And he sits there and he looks at Divine and he's like, you trust this guy? And Divine's like, yeah, it's your choice. And he goes, okay, you can do it. So he puts his hand on Essek's shoulder and says something in a language that we don't know, that Mambu kind of knows. And while they're standing there, all of the runes on Essek's body travel up Honest's arm and start covering him. All the way until all of the runes are gone on Essek. Puts down his hand, makes a cloak, this like big red cloak, and throws it over the side of his body that's now fully covered in the runes. And Mambu remembers this cloak. She only remembers ever seeing Honest in this cloak. And when Divine had asked in the past, hey, why do you wear that? Honest would always say, I'm doing a favor for a friend. And after that, He leaves. Takes baby Divine. And Essek is fully cured. And then it kind of hits us. That we were supposed to be back here and do this exact thing. Because giving him that sickness sets off the chain of events that causes not only the time loop centered on the room we are in, but the entirety of Honest's downfall into the Jester. The mana sickness existing is because we bring it back from the present. And we are supposed to be right here doing this. And that's fucking insane! That's insane, dude!
There's a couple of details you missed.
Yeah.
Tell them about you.
Oh, I told them about me. They were losing it about me. And fun fact, chat. Really long time ago, when we were in the first ancient city, the first one we went into, Aurora Nova, way back when, in the main temple, where our big showdown against the Fingers happened, this is years ago, on the walls of that temple, there were murals of us. Ancient, old murals depicting us or what looked like us in the past. And I never knew how that made sense. I thought it was like maybe a prophecy or something to happen in the future. But nope. That's because we were there. We were in there doing that. Dude!
Timey-wimey,
dude,
wibbly wobbly.
Timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly! Yeah, chat. Get your mind blown. I've only been thinking about this for the past 24 hours. The past, like, 12 hours, this is all I've been thinking about. And I was literally like, guys, I'm gonna stream FNAF today, and then I was like, no, it can wait. I need to talk about this. And I don't even know how you pulled that off, and like, because calling Honest seemed like an insane thing to do. Like, we were like, oh, this is like a crazy thing that we just thought of right now. But you knew we were gonna do that! And stand in the literal room where the frickin' time loop originates from. And I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind, chat. Bro knew. He read us for filth. That is a devious read. Dude. That's like, to me, that's so, like, insane. I already ranted to him about this, but, like, I think that's an insane thing to pull off as a DM. Like, pulling off an accurate time loop and, like, predicting what we're gonna do and, like, even just like, even if it's not all perfectly planned, but getting to the point where you can get there and have it all line up perfectly is insane. So yeah, massive shout out to Centros. Everyone say what an amazing DM he is, because he is. He's such a good DM. He's so cool. He's so cool. Chat. It was us. Dude. I lose my goddamn mind, chat. I lose my mind so much. I lose my mind because that's an insane thing to do. It's an insane thing to do. How did you do that? That's all, chat. I needed to stop what I was doing and tell you all about this because I'm losing my mind. Absolutely destroyed my standards as a player for the type of shit he can pull off. Because like the murals were so long ago, and dude's been building up to like the shit with me and like the theoretical father of blood magic for so long, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that you've known it was me the whole goddamn time, you. I'm really normal. I'm really normal, guys. I think I'm truly so normal. Okay. I'm gonna change like 2 things really quick because I kind of need to have the bottom of the shoe as like its own thing. So yeah, chat, I hope you guys enjoyed. I lose it so much. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'm finagling, chat. I'm finagling how to do this and make perspective look right. I think it's like that. So it's like the bottom of the shoe. Means you were meant to be in the past. You could actually be the father of blood. Like that's like because we were all sitting there and we were like, oh man, time loops are so weird because we don't know if like we're supposed to be here or if like we were always meant to be here, but like there's no way that he could do that. And dude just did. So guess I lose it. Yeah, man, sure. Finagle King. Thanks. Yeah, so shout out to Centros. Bangers only. Okay. There we go. That's... Oh, I need to start from here. But yeah, chat, that's where we left off, was Essex standing there and going, oh my god, we did it. We caused this. It was us the whole time. But my boy is cured! He's cured! I'm so happy! I'm so happy that he's okay. I was so worried that, like, if we tried to fix it in the past, we would go to, like, the real, future and it would, like, backfire and, like, brutally murder him. But no! Turns out that that's 100% where he was supposed to get cured. And you know the even crazier thing? Not as crazy as the stuff I just said, but the even crazier thing to me is that way back when Essex was kidnapped, he was kidnapped by this guy named Arthur, TM, who's another one of our big bads, who is like the right hand of Aeon, basically. And that gives me the impression that Aeon, knowing how this happens, sends Arthur to get Essex and give him the sickness so that it can go back in time. I don't know if that's right, but that's more layers to it, for sure. That's more layers to it. I don't know how deep it goes, chat. I don't know how deep it goes. I'm freaking, guys. I'm literally freaking. But yeah, that was my D&D stories for you. Thank you for listening. I've been shouting since it happened. The implications! The implications! Do you have a conspiracy board for your own campaign? Yeah, I basically should at this point. I basically should at this point. Okay, chat, I think that's both of them. I think that's both the front and the back. Does that look about right? Because this thing goes all the way around. It's a full loop. And just this... Ooh. This one will be the same on both because it's the one peeking over the edge. But I think that's about, like, front and back, yeah? You gotta be careful about messing with continuity so the magic time people don't show up. Exactly. Exactly. He was patient 0. Yeah. And the fact that his stuff is literally caused by Aeon makes me so much more suspicious, dude. So much more suspicious! I think I just want to do like a... Because I'm not going to draw the full axe, so I think I'm just going to do like an arrow, because I want it to be continuity, but I'm not going to draw the axe twice. And the axe I'm probably going to redraw, chat, because it's, I changed it slightly in the version that I just did, if I pull that up. I changed the head slightly in the old and the new, but that's how he's holding that for the record. Yeah, I mean that's like perfect spacing, is it not? Is that like perfect spacing? Am I crazy? where the axe is there, and that's behind him. Yeah, and then theoretically the axe goes like up behind his back, but we're not going to draw that because I want to be able to show his back. Yeah, I'm our party's note taker and I have 20 pages because I know Tendra's going to try and pull something. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely he is. But yeah, chat, that's been my entire thought process for days. Okay, I think, chat, we're going to color. And then I'm probably gonna try and do his face because I actually care. And I think I actually want to do really quick. I want to do his earrings because he does have earrings, and I want to do those really quick. Yeah, but chat, this campaign's been going over 2 years now, so a lot of stuff in the making for a really, really long time. So we'll do that, and then we'll do like double, and then like that. Yeah, earrings. Yay! Yay! And we're just gonna move them over. Because that is how that works. Isn't that so neat? that is just how that works. And then I literally only need to get rid of that and the dots because you can't see the dots from the backside. But yeah, chat. Anyways, do we want to do some song listens? I'm very up for some song listens today. I just had to get that out. That was what I needed to just do a little yell. Because I was losing my mind a little. Look at that. Big fan of Reflections. They've done so well for me. Right, there we go. There's his earrings. I don't think there's any other details that I'm missing other than the dude on his arm. Because that thing moves up and down his arm. Which is its own thing. It was kind of fun to redraw the arm for the first time. I've drawn this arm way back when I designed his, like, where's my arm design? When I designed his arm, but I've never, like, drawn it twice. I've always just like moved it a little bit, but it's got the blade on it, which is not its own layer, but that spins and can go down to here. But that's its own thing. I think one of the craziest things that can happen in D&D is a collab between campaigns. Something happens where they all collide and meet. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I'm a really big fan of that. There's like, that's like some of the stuff with like Honest in this campaign, is because he's not originally from this campaign. He's originally one of David's characters, but he's been in like every campaign where we know the like extensive lore of this man because it's David's favorite guy. Oh, digital art, the things you can do. It's true. Okay. Let's do a song or a couple while I start to color this man. And I'll start with DM Kirito. Do you want to give me a song? Do you have a song you want to give me? And we can do a little draw and a little draw and listen. Ooh, ooh. You were fast on that. You were fast on that. Okay, let's set this is the reference, that's what I was looking for. And let's go get his color palette. It's all the way down there. I have speed. But Team Kirito, do you have a song for me? We can do one of yours. Okay, yeah. I'll start coloring. I need to do the I need to do the potions right here. Maybe we do that really quick. So it's like let's be like smarter about this. Yeah. And we're just gonna put like 4 of these. And then move them over to be centered. Beautiful. Beautiful. Black box, the mechanisms. All right. Want to start the story in order, so I'm gonna start with Black Box. Okay, yeah. Probably have enough song listens to get them through the album. That's probably true. Alright, so here we go, chat. This is Black Box by The Mechanisms. Okay, this is the first of the Bifrost songs. Okay. Here we go. Let's do a little listen.
The Bifrost incident. Any schoolchild could tell you about it. The fall of the Old Order, 200 years of Asgardian hubris come together in a single, epoch-defining event. The maiden voyage of a train through the stars vanished without a trace. For decades it had been Old Lady Odin's passion project, her long-sought legacy. Shoot a locomotive through that man-made rainbow wormhole, cut the time between worlds from 3 months to 3 days. All the tests had been passed with quite literal flying colors, and the train was deemed safe. And what a train it was, gilded with gold and swirls of bismuth mosaic. Every high-up, well-to-do, nose-turning Asgardian hobnob was on that first trip, or risk Odin's displeasure. So when it didn't come out the other side, who's left to rule? In the chaos that ensued, no one really had a chance to see what happened to the train itself. And that's where I come in. Inspector Second Class Lifrasier Edda, New Midgard Transport Police. Because the Ratatosk Express has finally arrived in Midgard, 80 years late. There's nothing left except the twisted ruin of the engine room and a couple of warped skeletons. And the black box. It's as much a history project as a crime scene at this point, but combing through the data still comes down to me. First recording is Odin's launching speech. Almost a century ruling Asgard, you'd think she'd be a better public speaker, not rambling on about the glories of her pet science project, as though exporting quicker tyranny to Midgard was all she'd ever dreamed of.
Yeah, that's fun. As a start of like the plot. That's so fun. Big fan. I like it. I like it. Okay. Beth, do you want to give me a song? Do you want to give me a song? Would you like? You're the one with the redeem and a Ripley coded song or the Mythos and Magic coded song. Oh, do you know what? Give me the Ripley coded song. You know, I don't have a favorite shirt version. I have a problem, Chad. I have a problem. I just think it's funny. The only other thing that I need to add is these. Don't ask me how I designed the shirt this way or why I did. With, like, holes in it, but because I really couldn't tell you. I just know that this is what I decided on. And it's kind of quirky. I think I was just bored of having regular shirts. So now they have like the weird crisscrossy. Unbecoming by Starset. Alright. Let's do another listen. And here we go. I'm going to continue. I'm going to do the other little crosshatches and then I'm probably going to start coloring. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. This is Unbecoming by Starset. Yeah.
I cleared my wings and fell from flights to open water and floating farther away from myself. And I swam in the wakes of imposters just to feel
Bolster? No. sorry.
There's no dreams in the waves, only monsters, and the monsters are my only friends. They're all that I was and never could be. Eyes that tested the water, tried, but it pushed back harder. Colorize and atrophy. This is my unbecoming life. In the backs of martyrs' lives.
Yeah.
Colorize and atrophy. This is my unbecoming. You found me drifted out to sea. It's automatic, it's telepathic. You always knew me, and you laugh as I search for a harbor, as you point where your halo had been. But the light in your eyes has been squandered.
Yeah.
There's no angel in you in the end, and all that I was, I left behind me. Eyes that tested the water, tried, but it pushed back harder. Colorize and atrophy. This is my unbecoming.
Why doesn't that look right? It's fine.
Backs of martyrs' lives in the burning fire. Colorize and atrophy. This is my unbecoming. Now I wait. This metamorphosis. All that is left is a selfish fate.
I see your vision. Under the water? Did you drown?
Colorize and atrophy.
I like that. All the Starset songs are just like, they're like just headbangers to me. I enjoy that. And all the changing imagery, being an angel and all the water mentions. Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy when you guys have a vision. I thoroughly enjoy it. Is the reference going to be posted somewhere? Yeah, I'll probably post it. I mean, I'll for sure have it posted when Artfight happens, because this is going to be the, like, actual reference for the guy, and that kind of has to be out there. But I'll probably post it on Tumblr also, because, yeah. Who else has a song? If Laka, you have a song, your number is dwindling. But yeah, hit me with a song. Okay. Gonna do some of the belty guys. We're gonna do Poor Man's Poison or Avid MC. Give me Poor Man's Poison. It's very paradisy, in my opinion. So a surprising amount of my Faradies playlist is Poor Man's Poison, because it's really good. Is my Faradies playlist, like, public? I know my mods have it, because I've played it a couple times, but is that public? I don't think it is. It is? It is. Okay, good. I use the dark color. Yeah, I use the dark and then the lighter in the arm. Okay. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, boop, boop. He's so good. He's so great. Let me get the red. The bits and bobs. Wayfaring Stranger by Poor Man's Poison. Wow. Because you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, chat, let's do a little listen. This is Wayfaring Stranger by Poor Man's Poison. Let's do a little listen. Here we go. Cover an old American folk song, I think. Ooh, okay. You've intrigued me.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger while traveling through
I like the vibe.
this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather around me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet golden fields lie just before me, where souls redeemed shall ever sleep. I'm going there
This is something.
to see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I want to wear crown of glory when I get home to that good land. I want to shout down, say marsh band. I'm
This
going
is...
there.
I like this.
Seen my father. He said he'd meet me when I come home. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm going there. Seen my father. He said he'd meet me when I come home. I'm only going over Jordan.
Everyone shut up.
I'm only going over home. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home.
Hi, Beck. Thank you for the 9 months. I will always be ashamed. But I had a thought process. I had one. Way back when. It's a Twitch baby. Oh my god, it is. Okay, chat. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good about the bit so far. I've simply drawn him so many times. It's bad. I mean, not like it's not, but like I have drawn this man so much. And then I draw him again and I'm like, oh my god, I don't remember what color anything is. And then I like think about it for 2 seconds and it's like, oh yeah, this is my guy. This is my Blorbo. But we are probably gonna end here in a second, chat. I'm gonna do my sing. I'm gonna do my little sing that we gotta do. And then we're probably gonna end. We're not doing anything too crazy today. The main thing I wanted to do was tell you guys about the entire incident that has occurred in D&D. How do people get songless aside from standard points and redeems? They come from gifteds. If people gift 5, they get a song listen in addition to when I have it open. We occasionally do song listen streams where everybody can suggest some, and they go on a big playlist, and I get through as many as I can. But the people who have like a ton of them are because they've gifted a lot, and that does translate into song listens. That's the truth. Okay, yeah. So that's the normal bits, I would say. And then we are gonna do his hair. But his hair is gonna be on a different layer because we are going to do my new favorite thing when I draw hair. I no longer just draw hair, guys. I now have a little process. And a fancy little hairbrush. That originally used for? Yeah. The song listens were kind of an evolution of gifted vibes, because they started as like occasionally people would be like, can I gift you to get you to sing, and that kind of turned into what we have now. All right, so there's my hair, and now we're gonna do my favorite thing, where we're gonna draw every single strand, because I thoroughly enjoy the texture that hair gets when you do it like this. And I don't know, it's just a really nice hairbrush, as in a brush on Procreate that I use for hair. That's what I refer to. And it looks kind of odd right now, but it's gonna look better as we do more and more. I thought it had something like that. Yeah. It's been an evolution. I constantly reload the redeem list, Yeah, no, I know. Some of you guys are very, very determined. Some of you guys are very determined. You've started catching to when I, when I go to do the turn it on in a stream. And I typically don't start with it on because... I don't know, I just typically don't. We're gonna do like that, and we're gonna do some lighter bits and bobs. He's got some streaks in his hair, which we will get to. He does have some proper streaks in his hair, which we will get to. But I started doing this as like one of the few things that I'll actually put like significant detail into for some reason. And I don't entirely know why I decided that. But I like it a lot. It's giving Brute Techno cause. Yeah. He's very Technoblade coded. And that was always the intention. Dude, like, I call him Faraday when I am, like, doing the stream, but he has always been Blade. It took such a long time before the party knew his name was Faraday's, because they just called him the Blade, because he was incredibly based on techno when I made him a long time ago. Something odd is happening right on his part, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. I think I just gotta like maybe I just gotta like not do that, but those are fine. But like smooth it like that. Oh, that's gonna solve it. There we go. That solved all my problems. I don't know, I just like how hair looks. Shocking. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It took such a long time for them to find out his name was Faraday's. Because he exclusively went by the Blade, and the first time, like, my mom showed up, and she was like, Faraday's. They were like, who the hell is that? But I primarily refer to him as Faraday's. But, like, in campaign, rare to say his name, which is so odd. He does have white streaks in his hair. Which is... Tool of having been revived, I guess. It's simply the way. I guess. He has just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then this one is like the braid, but we're not gonna worry about that. Wow! Yippee! And then I'm probably gonna wait on his arm. So I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna do the potions really quick, which I think I want to make purple. Probably. So we're gonna do that really quick, chat, and then I think I'm gonna end for today. And I'll be live tomorrow, playing the new FNAF game at 1 p.m. PST. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, I don't know. It got me hooked. I didn't think it was going to, and then it very, very much did. Now we do that. Do that. We do that. Take that, we go darker, we go make a bubble, make a bubble. Yay! That's my guy! That's him! Yippee! I'm very pleased. And once I get this done, I'll post it, and probably the Icarus reference and whoever else I do. I think Heracles and Jet, I think, are winning, and maybe Xiphus also. That'll be the 4 or 5, I think. But yeah, it's a very good little